Well, hello there. I haven't made any of these videos for a week or so. I don't know what it was. I've been sitting back listening to all the malarkey and all the hoo-ha and everything that's coming over, all this news, this media, these campaign things, this, that, and the other. And boy, it's just like a cow walking down the road, dumping that stuff out her behind on the pavement, slop, slop, slop. That runny stuff. Well, you'd have to be a country boy to know what that sounds like, I guess. But it's really got to me. I see that Idaho is trying to put something on the ballot to have open primaries, not have a Democrat and a Republican primary anymore. Have an open primary so anybody can vote, and whoever gets the most votes gets put on the ballot. And there's this talk about non-citizens voting. Well, it seems to me that we had that Constitution back there, and that thing come up with all this stuff about these voting and everything. And if we have non-citizens voting, those that support and that concept, wouldn't that be treason? Because the voting is all for the members of the union that are legal citizens. Now, if that's not true, why can't a convicted felon vote? Why don't they vote in prison? Huh? Ought to go into them prisons and register them people to vote and let them vote. What's the difference? Oh, wait a minute. Those guys in prison are considered to have gone to war against our societies, and so they've lost the right to be a part of our society. That makes them a non-citizen, basically. Okay. Well, that's just like that Democrat and Republican Party thing, this red and blue. Oh, we got this Democratic platform here. It's got all this wonderful stuff that everybody is going to have to do. And we got this Republican Party thing over here, this platform. It's everything people going to have to do, because when they get 25% or 26 or 27% of the people legal registered voters to vote for that platform, that will be a mandate that 100% of the citizens of the United States will have to obey. The illegal immigrants and the non-citizens won't have to obey that. It's just the legal citizens. Well, that's just like all that hoo-ha and hoorah and everything about the Second Amendment, about the Free Speech Amendment. It's the legal citizens that gun control is trying to take the guns away from. Well, if they pass a law and they confiscate all the guns, the only ones that'll be legal to have guns are non-citizens and illegal immigrants. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, I'm really getting good. I'm thinking of this, Now that Democrat and Republican Party, you go back there and you look when John Adams followed Washington and his administration took over the government, the union, the Federalist part of the government. Why, the Federalists ran a bunch of stuff through that was unconstitutional. Them Alien and Sedition Acts, there was a couple of them. Well, they was throwing newspaper editors into prison for saying bad things about the government, stuff like that. Now, them Jeffersonian backers that believed in liberty, free speech, and all that, they got together and, well, you can't do that. And the only way they had to do it was to get together and vote John Adams out of office. 4 years later, Thomas Jefferson became the president. Well, guess what? We've had that Federalist, Jeffersonian Democrat scourge in our country ever since. It's either my way, the Federalist, we are the kings, or the Jeffersonian Democrats, oh, we are the kings. It's not we, the people of the United States of America. It's we, the Red Party, or we, the Blue Party, that runs everything. That is not right. Let's go back. Let's get rid of that stuff. Let's have open primaries. Put whoever you want on your state's ballot. And let's get the top 4 from every state on to a federal ballot. That'd be the way to do it. Why, that would be more a voice of the people, because this voice of the party, if nobody is smart enough to realize it, that party voice is tyranny. I don't care whether it's the Red Party or the Blue Party, it's still a tyrant. Now, what else? You know, all this stuff about these elections, you know, they're trying to get us into that third world war over there. What right does old Biden have to do kissing up to that fascist Zelensky guy from Ukraine? What money? Why, right, they got our spending our money over there, dropping our bombs and stuff, our howitzer shells and rockets and bullets and everything else on the Russian forces. That NATO, they're sitting there, they're talking. Well, gee, let's go back and think about this thing. We had a union that was back there when George Washington was president. Then, by the time we got up to that Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, why, we had become one nation instead of, there was 26 or 27 independent, sovereign nations under the umbrella of the Union, but some 11 or so of them had decided to go off this way and become the Confederate States of America, because the robber barons out of the North was doing all kinds of stuff and trying to pass all kinds of laws to force 100% of the country to be one nation. Now let's think about it. You know, that NATO over there, that European Union, and that NATO. You know, people talk about MS-13. They talk about the old Hell's Angels. They talk about the old Crips and the Bloods and this and that and the other out of these different places. Aren't those gangs exactly the same thing that NATO, the European Union, all of these other things have become criminal gangs to force others to do what they want? There's no liberty. There's no justice under that kind of a system. I got to think about this. So I'll go think about it a while, but all you folks have a nice day. I know nobody will listen to this and care what I say, but think about it if you do. And may God bless you all. Have a good day.